Hi. Okay, so I wanted some clarification for in case this Capricorn situation. I'm going to do actual, sign readings. Yes, this starting either today or tomorrow. I'll get them up this week. But I had one particular comment spurred me to get some more information for any Capricorns that have a Libra in their life. And this is, I want to say I have strong Libra and Capricorn placements. My take on anything to do with cross-watching, what I find, if I ever find myself cross-watching, what I've learned to bear in mind is that my people don't actually watch readings. They're not into their astrology, and therefore I can't say that they are the same, even though they have, I've done their charts and everything, I can't say that they are the same people as they're named, they're the people who share their placements that do watch readings, that do look for, that do invest themselves in this, right, and say yes to it. I can't say, they're two separate groups. So this would be a Libra who is not engaging as a Libra in their astrology, in applying it to their life, right? And so I did this read. So this reading is specific for a Capricorn who is with a Libra who's not necessarily, at least not to the same extent as the Capricorn. So what I'm saying is I don't think this should work for cross-watching. So I don't want any Libras to be upset with me. This came up because of what I discovered in the Libra readings about an ancestor possibly giving Libras problems for years. And it seemed to be connecting with Capricorn stories. So this will only be true for some. And this would be then, therefore, a Libra who's being affected by an ancestor, but isn't awakening to that, right? Is still stuck. Okay, so I did this. I pulled cards. I talked to my guides. My God, Kali. Let's say Kali. Okay. She's my first. I come from a Jesus background and I still love Jesus, but Kali seems to be grandmother spider. That's why I'm pink spider. I painted a pink spider when I was 2 and it got taken from me and I stopped painting for 13 years. I stopped making pictures for 13 years because of how much trouble I got into it from the people that were teaching the course, etc., etc. that I was not properly registered for at age 2, but I went ahead and painted in their painting room. So it's been a 40-year story of learning about that pink spider, and it carries through in several of my other careers. But let's say Kali. I talked to her the other night. I already have the cards. I've organized them. It's like puzzle pieces, yes? And so I'm going to go through them. She showed up at the bottom of the deck by the time I had everything that I wanted. So I've got 2 unique stories here, and I'm going to go through them. I needed to give it some time. I had to get some other stuff done for the astrology workbook. So it's been a couple of days since I looked at them. But I wanted fresh, I just needed the opportunity. I needed the opportunity to come back to them. So here we are. She is at the center of it. I'm going to take this part of the deck away. But underneath her is the strength reversed, yes? So I see this as there's very much a split between, shall we say, the balance of lunar and solar, feminine, masculine, of course, okay? What was underneath there? Yes, Ace of Cups, spiritual fulfillment, okay? So what I did, no, they did not come out in this order. They came out, I laid them out as they came out, right? And then I reorganized according to which cards were in this direction, which cards were in this direction, which were upright and which were down, okay? And then what made, in terms of what was lining up on which side of what, okay? So I'm going to put these to the side for a moment because let's deal with this. Now, Capricorn a few readings ago had so many cards sideways, yes? That it was just unbelievable. I think one whole reading was just almost all sideways cards. So these all came out in this direction at various times, not all in a row, right? And I put the major arcana at the top in terms of divine timing. So these, now a lot of wands energy, like a lot, like I can't even get through it all. Eights came up as a huge thing. I'm just going to layer these, actually, is what I'm going to do, so I get them all out here. Like, I've got 8 of wands and 8 of cups. Those came out close together. I've got some swords energy, right? And I've got, see, Libra, I put you as the Knight of Swords. I put this as Aquarius energy, the 10 and the Queen, okay? But again, okay, and I've got 1 Pentacles there at the end of your story. So way less cards on this side, right? Like what, double the amount on this side? So somebody's doing a lot. Somebody's very clear. Somebody's very clear. They're triggered. Yes, the sun, instincts and triggers sideways, okay? And the happiness, of course, obvious, suspended, right? But that's divine timing. Something is needing to happen, okay? And in the upright, and I put them in numerological order, okay? I realize this is an Aquarius card for some. I still see it as a first house card. Primarily, that's how it works for me. So I know Tarot says it's not Aries, it's Aquarius and Uranus, but fine. First house, okay, 0, 0, starting. Okay, so somebody's in this energy and somebody's in Hermit, reversed energy, okay? Not being guided. Somebody's game, somebody's not game, okay? Somebody, now this person who's triggered, right? The triggers are leading to this. Now, hang on a second. Now, I've gone and done my own thing. I would put earth energy before I would put air energy. Right. Let me get myself straight here. I probably put the ace there because it's 1. But let's say, well, okay, no, I'll put it the way I put it. I'll put it the way I put it. Okay. Either way, it's not going to take us far from, it's going to be similar story. The triggers. Some truth came through, okay, and it's suspended. Why is it suspended? Why is it, and it's going this way. What happened? What happened with the truth? And we've got, you know, the Knight of Swords over here, got 10 of Swords over here, and Queen of Swords over here. So what is this truth that happened? And we've got 9 and 10, right? So there's pain on both sides. Absolute pain on both sides. But we've got mastermind thinking. I always take this as mastermind thinking. 9 is proving yourself to everyone else. 10 is, of course, completion. Like, it's legacy. For me, this is Aquarius energy. Aquarius, okay? And it's stuck sideways. We're in a mastermind situation. So we got 2 extremely smart people stuck on the truth. Somebody's stuck on their triggers, okay? And somebody's being now extremely guarded, right? Although it is sideways. I shouldn't say extremely because it's sideways. It's not upright. So it could go 3 of Pentacles to working things out, or 5 of Pentacles to out in the cold, right? Now, there's an offer. There's an offer. There's some sort of willingness over here, okay? Now, when I sat with the cards for a couple of hours, okay? What I got from the wheel energy on this side is that somebody's stuck halfway through a Jupiter cycle. Jupiter cycles are 12 years, but then if we look at 12 months, so somebody's stuck halfway through the wheel in progression. There's something. We've got so much look at all the wands energy here. So I've got a King of Wands stuck without a plan, where he half knows it, yeah, but he's not sure. Got the, it's a Page of Wands underneath here, isn't it? Yep. And so, not sure what to do about it, not sure what to say about it. Okay, and we're talking core self, we're talking, and, you know, just desire at all, right? And we've got 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands suspended. Okay, Sagittarius faith energy, healing energy, truth energy, long journeys energy. But I got the sense from this card that he's only halfway home. Only halfway home. Only halfway around the wheel. Only halfway through a process. Okay, and then we have the 8 of Cups. sideways. Now that's Piscean energy, of course. I can take it as being guided. Yes. Some would consider it Virgo energy as well. But this, again, very masterful level. The 8 of proving yourself to yourself. Proving yourself to yourself with all relationships, but primarily deeply intuitive relationships, including spirit guides, ancestors, right? So in terms of where the interference is coming from with from this ancestor, if that's the case, right? Because I have this Queen of Swords suspended. She's stuck. I've got King and Queen energy on one side. And this would be similar. This is her house. Mastermind, the truth. And we've got this truth just... This sword is running right up against you-know-what for her. They're not in the same direction. So I want to say that there's just... And this... Holding on. Biting the tongue. Biting the tongue. Right? Like just not going, not moving. Holding off. Holding off. Why? And then I've got... let me get the fridge. I've got a transformation card here in Pentacles. A transformation of identity in the matrix, identity in pulling everything together and becoming this new person, a new career, a new everything, a new version of yourself. So this is the one person I'm understanding. That's what we came to. Okay, they talked me through it. Okay, so we have somebody. So now we've got the 7 of Pentacles against the 4 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is where we're stuck. This is where we're stuck, which makes sense because well, why should it make sense? Okay, so let's just layer that up underneath. Let's keep that sun where we can see it. Okay, but communication is down. Progress is suspended. Communication is suspended because, of course, doesn't know what, not sure what they want to say, right? Okay. Okay. Needed to start up again. Okay. So there we have. This would be like Page energy is younger, fresher, newer than this is more night energy. So this one's ready to start something, and this one is fairly like there's the caught in the middle. Knights are caught in the middle, right? There's the person that sent them out and the person they have to meet, and they have to be brave about both and they have to fulfill their duties, right? Or else they have to look for a new master, or they have to become their own master. And they have to figure out how to fight for that. Yeah. And they, you know, there's, but again, fixed energy, for me, this is more Virgo. This is more Virgo energy. And that puts us at halfway through the wheel. Yes. I mean, technically we would start with Libra's house in 7. But I saw Hermit reverse popping up at the bottom of the deck. I'm like, well, let's actually start there, because the Hermit reversed compared to the Fool upright, that's felt like exactly where we need to go. So let's look at, I'm going to take this person as this side. Now you could say, look, how are you taking all the uprights, but as one person and the reverse as another person? And I don't know that, I think I'm tempted to stick with that, but we can also, I can revise what I'm thinking as I go. These are all the major arcana that came through in the upright. I put them up front in order. So somebody's ready. Somebody's ready to start. And Kali, Grandmother Spider, whoever your god is, knows. Whoever is intervening for, you know, in the ways that you need, she knows that this start is ready. And so she's bringing in the Tower. She's bringing in the Tower because you guys are so stuck. And you were going to be, this is the thing. Now you guys figure out whether or not you're in this together or separate, right? We have self energy here of the Two of Wands. So the option of working together or going separate. Okay. Now, remember in this deck we have the King of Wands sideways with uncertainty about the plan. This person is certain of their plan. Obviously, right? Certain. There is this beginning. There is an Ace of Pentacles. There is out in the cold. But then there is the Six of Pentacles, 1 plus 5. This person, this Page of Pentacles is bringing this Ace of Pentacles in, okay? Carrying the Ace of Pentacles to this situation where there's, you know, being locked out, okay? The necessary change, it's the 5, it's a necessary change, okay? And then this is my free will card or soul contract card. Of course, it's other things, but it's 6, so it's gifts. It's the gift of being able to decide, to know, but you have to know the context. You guys have to know the context of your situation. So if you are up against somebody who is not astrological in their interest, in their philosophy, in their perspective, right? Then it could, that alone could be the thing, because how do you solve the interfering ancestor if you can't even agree on what the foundations are? But might be projecting there, but I just wanted to say, any Libras that would be watching would already be on board with this, so it can't be them. And here we have Queen of Pentacles, so, and King of Pentacles, okay? If this is the same person, if this is Capricorn in full Capricorn power, right? I mean, look at all these pentacles. So I don't want to just, you know, be suggesting nothing here, but and this is Uranus energy for me. Others would put it as Scorpio, as Pluto energy, Mars energy, not Pluto, Mars. Maybe, no, Pluto's death, but no, Pluto is judgment. Scorpio's death. But I put this as Uranus. This is more the excellent catastrophe. Now, somebody, because they're so in their king and queen energy, they're balanced, right? Between their own masculine and feminine. Okay? When we have the balance echoed here, we have this offering. They are able, so they are at peace on pause, right? And we have this echoing, this sort of merciful situation echoing in the window. Now, and there's that sideways sort of truth. They're lying on the truth. Okay? Is it even pointing in the same direction? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay? Yes, it is. So what is the problem? And then we go, now, we're even skipping over the 5 of Swords. They're skipping straight to the 6 of Swords. Another gift, okay? The gift of safe passage, of putting the past in the past, okay? Putting the past in the past and healing, all right? Healing. Now, this could be, check if it's both sides. This could be more true for one than the other, every which way we go. Then we have this 9 of Cups, right? Well, we have the 8 of Cups sideways over here. But we have the 9 of Cups, the wish here, yes? Even knowing what could be under that cloth, yes? And therefore, okay, here comes the Knight of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy for me. This is 8th house energy. Taking the dead energy, transmuting it back into living energy. Okay? That's what I get from this. Because we're in a 0 state. We're in that transmuting state. This is very much a transmuting situation. To be the Fool is to go from a standing still position into movement. Yes? That whole inertia thing. So that's this side of the table. Okay? I'm going to keep them in order. Okay? As for this, now, for me, I'm not even making this up. I'm really not making this up. These all, now they didn't come out in order, but the fact that they came out, okay? The fact that they came out. So I have Libra and Capricorn came out first. I can't prove that, but I do have, I put them in order of the houses, okay? in order of the chart. Okay, so 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and I kid you not, 12th house. Okay, so that only further confirmed this, my idea that somebody is stuck halfway around a cycle of self, or here we have Pluto energy with the Judgment. So this that's half the wheel that's down. There's still this much of the deck to go. Okay, and I stopped. I could go through the whole deck. When I have conversations with my family members through the cards, my ones that have passed, or you know, when any conversation I get into with murder victims, I can go, it's not only will I go through the whole deck, I'll reshuffle and start from scratch again, because we'll go for a couple of hours, right, just talking through the cards. But we have issues around all of these houses, so you could say chakras as well. But the fact that both Libra and Capricorn came out in reverse, but then this, you know, Sagittarius energy, the faith energy, the this not transmuting. I've got, and I know how they've lined up is I have Pluto right under Scorpio. There's just a heck of a lot of, well, so it starts with, in the Wands energy, because I'll put fire energy first because we start with fire energy. Somebody's feeling completely not acknowledged, right? Somebody's missing out on probably what feels like an injustice, right? And they're not standing their ground. They're not feeling a sense of pride. They're not feeling enough pride to stand their ground. So it looks like completely shut down. It's what it looks like, right? This is leading back to that 8 of Wands. We've got the 9 of Wands, proving yourself to everyone else, regardless of whatever. We can call it the wounded warrior, yes, but a 9 is proving yourself to everyone else, in terms of, if you think about logically what's required to get to 10, right? So it takes us back to that sideways 8 of Wands. The suspended communication, the suspended possibly thinking, the suspended progress. Yes. Somebody's desires are way, 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 way down, and they're probably feeling completely dogged by circumstances. And so this leads us back to that Ace of Pentacles. But it's in this person's hands. Or it's over here. It's over here on this journey. Let's say that. Let's say if this is a potential, let's say we have 2 potential outcomes, okay? And instead of 2 people, let's just play it that way, because we can be as fluid as we like. Then where this Ace of Pentacles is in this 2 of Cups. Yeah? That's where it is. But this person's in a 2 of Cups upright, and this person's in a 2 of Pentacles reversed. And this I put as Taurus energy, so it could be financial, but it has everything to do with, what I would say is, it might be misleading because it's so matrix, and you might actually need to skip ahead to 4th house energy. I find that the 4th house might actually solve, if you look at 4th house issues, in terms of how, like the self-discipline, or again, the guidance, the guides, knowing who you are, knowing your boundaries, your personal boundaries. I'm finding out that 4th house is all about the lateral motion and staying balanced and staying steady against the lateral, like think of waves, think of ripples, think of disruptions on the surface of water that come and they rock you, yes? And you want to like not get thrown, okay? Scorpio is vertical. I mean, Scorpio has to deal with horizontal, of course, but I put Scorpio as a submarine, and so the primary concern is the moving slowly, so that the rising and the falling doesn't happen too fast, and then you know, get compressed inside and die, right? So Cancer for me is very much about the surface of, you know, figuring out where best to anchor yourself. and it's fresh water and instead of salt water. And that comes with, fresh water comes with Oshun. If you look up Oshun of the Orisha, African. Yeah, so there might be something to look into that between Yamaya and Oshun. I see, so now, because now we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Not feeling independent. Not feeling successful, right? Like right hard upon this. And of course, right next to it, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody's just really, really, really like devastatingly off their game. Devastatingly off their game. And they have to make up again. And the twos are, it's a new situation. If you're in a two energy, this is a problem that is not a familiar problem, okay? Because otherwise you'd already have a bunch of thoughts about it. You'd already have, you'd have a way to talk yourself through it and settle it, no matter how rough the answers are that you already know, right? No, this is something where you're out of your depth, and you have to get into your depth. You have to figure it out. It's really thrown you. This truth has really, 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 really thrown whoever this person is, or both of you, shall we say both of you. This truth has so the question is, whatever that truth is, and of course I'm not going to be told specifically what that is because it's going to be different. But this takes us back to that Ace of Swords. It might be who the truth came through, and there's a block around how the truth reached you. Because here I have, now this is another mastermind card. This is my Houdini card. She knows she's going to show herself, she's going to show, and then she's going to show everybody. Where's that nine? The Nine of Swords is over here. Ten of Swords is over here. So with this Eight of Swords, leading back to a Seven of Swords, that's another transformation. And this 9 leads back to the 8, and this 10 leads back to the 9, right? So if we go back to the 8, so 8 is very much, and again we had, what? We had 8 in reverse, okay, underneath. So 8 is a repeating number in this read to the extent that, I mean, I realize 10 is also, but, and 7 is also, but 8 struck me from the get-go. Leading back to 7. So the 7 is the Chariot in the major again. So that would be 4th house. That would be 4th house. So something in the water energy, because we're turning our back on the water. 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 Water, water, at the center of it, the Scorpius energy. Yes. So, a transformation in thinking based on the truth. Okay. This Page of Swords, one of my favorite cards, loves to be underestimated, loves to choose his moment, be patient, take time, right? Knows, like, checks things out. Other people will give him a bad name, not me. You know, it's like the... No, he's amazing. What he can do is amazing. Okay, so he knows this Page is not, and very guided towards the right information, and smart enough and quick, like just goes where the truth pops out, and keeps track of it. Okay, so definitely this energy needs to be harnessed. This energy needs to be harnessed. This for me would be Gemini energy. This is also for me Gemini energy. For everybody else it would be Libra energy. But I would put it as a 3rd house energy where you need to actually learn. Something needs to be learned and researched about that Ace of Swords. Okay. It came in, the Ace came in with the the need to dig. Because then we have, again, we end with water energy. This necessary change, this 5 of Cups in reverse. Again, so we have those 2 cups even upside down. We have 3 cups sideways. Now, 3 of Cups didn't come through in the reading. But I just finished explaining in another weekly read that the problems are buried underneath. The solution is buried underneath the problems. So in the pain of those 3 cups are the solutions, the tools, and the weapons, yes, to heal. And I also, in previous, let's say even a year ago, I was saying, okay, you have 5 cups here, right? And you need to be that 5th cup. There's to create balance between the loss and the gains that are waiting. You know, pick up 1 cup, be that cup. And what did we have? Yep, bearing witness to me, right? Be that cup. So what is the truth? What is the truth? I don't think the problem is the truth isn't simple. This truth that came in is so complicated, it can't just be taken out on face value. It's not coming in as like, oh, like, yes, the part of you at the back of your mind might be going, okay, yep. But then there's like huge resistance around it. But I honestly think that there's way more to it. It's complex enough, and the exhaustion of knowing how much needs to be done to get at it, and the fear that it's going to take way longer than you want it to, and then why the hell? Why the hell? But these 2 cups are over here. These 2 cups are over here, right? Ace is over here. The 2 cups, 9 cups. And the willingness, okay? So that's, you know, but I would say there's work, yeah, because this is all the work that needs to be done. However, there's no way around it. There's no way around it. So I'm not sure. These are probably all of the houses that have been interfered with. That's a house. Okay. But possibly like halfway through Virgo's house. Okay. But we need to deal with the sense of fate, the sense of free will, the sense of contract, the sense of sacrifice, creative, psychedelic energy, musing, being the muse, okay? That needs to be dealt with. Legacy, the humanitarian, the technological, the revolutionary, the thing that you're going to, the bigger picture, okay? The bigger picture. Obviously, she normally feels protected, but acting alone. Okay. Devil's in the details, the detail work. Obviously, Capricorn energy here. But if you fall back to the bottom of the mountain, you still got to climb that mountain. I'm not going to take it, obviously, as an interference from anything devilish, because for me, half the time the devil card is the positive and the lover's card is the negative. There are inversions at work here, yes, but we have 10th house, so we have career issues, obviously, but it has to do with primarily 8th house concerns. We have sense of faith and healing, but philosophy again. So the philosophy, right? And taking that dead energy. What else? Information, secrets, privacy, promises, stuff that you don't necessarily want to know about. Scorpios always want to know about it, but they hate it. We hate it at the same time. But you need to go into that. You need to go into that. You need to be that all-seeing eye yourself. And there could be sexual stuff around it, obviously. Long-term partnerships, commitments. Interference from institutions. Interference from, again, this is right where we're looking at the interference from ancestors. And they're doing an excellent job of, like here you have workplace issues. But you have, I would say philosophy almost even belongs more to this house. You have this mystic magician energy. The Mercury energy of knowing exactly what you think. Knowing exactly who you... this guy's completely guided. This guy's guided as well, but going, you know, doesn't really matter where. This guy is like, no, I want, you know, I've got my eyes on the end destination, right? Which part of the multiverse am I aiming for? Ah. Is there a fear of death? Is there a fear of the other side? Is there a fear of things that are beyond? Conflicting beliefs, conflicting desires. Yes. That's the kind of level of concern that can totally affect you in these many ways. What it's all about. What it's all about. And that truth is not backing away enough to let you forget. So that's basically where I got with these. And I hope that this is helpful to somebody. And it might, we could say, it might not necessarily, I'm going to figure out what to title this. It was intended for Capricorn and Libra, and a non-involved astrologically Libra. But, of course, this could play out multiple ways, and it could be, but I'll also, I don't know. It came out, yeah, there's clear energy. I've got clear, let's say, whoever is primarily this Queen and King of Pentacles. Okay, so Leo repeated with the strength. And I'm going to say this, so obviously this Page of Swords. So Gemini energy. But you could take it as Libra energy as well. But then you could take this as Capricorn energy, right? Lots of wands, lots of wands, lots of wands. Then just to review in here. Yeah, see, I've got Libra there. Aquarius, Queen of Swords. Somebody's, yeah, and we've got that King of Wands. But I don't have that, but that is Virgo, Aquarius, Pisces, Sagittarius. Clear Sagittarius energy here. Extreme Sagittarius energy here. Extreme, so patience is just like patience and faith. I'm going to put the Queen of Swords on top because the Queen wins over the, right? And I only have a, yeah, no, the strongest I have, I mean, I do have a Queen represented here, but I only have a Page. But let's just say that's how the truth is sitting with that Queen, though. I mean, it could be pointed right up her ass, so there's that, you know, that's at least a rounded end. But yeah. So some pentacles over here, primarily over here. So I feel like, yeah, I'm not questioning the system. I'm just waiting to see if there's anything else. Let's take those cards out. Oh, I got the Three of Cups underneath, but let's just see if there's one more card. Of course, it applies to the floor. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Like I said, where did we have that? Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, right? Two of Pentacles on this side, Ace of Pentacles on this side, Three of Pentacles. Work on it. Work on it. Work on it. She is working with you. She is working with you. She is in the upright. I did not turn her to the upright. She came out in the upright. She was at the bottom of the deck in the upright. So she is working in your lives, but it takes recognizing that, because there's a relationship there. There's a relationship there. This is all about like the hidden shit stuff in this card about the Masonic stuff in terms of, well, who do you answer to ultimately? Who is your right and wrong? And who are you in relationship with in the unseen world? Sometimes it's seen. I've seen her. She made herself visible to me, right? So, but again, Oshun's been coming through extremely strong for me right now in a lot of evidence that I've been collecting. So you might want to look up Oshun. You might need to look up, again, Bibles from Arabia. Look that up. Excellent Wikipedia page for Kamal Salibi, who is the author of that. I'll start putting links to everything in, I think, the discussion section of my channel. But this, obviously, church situation, which we really need to just solve. But, of course, that's tied to absolutely every other institution. And that's how they fixed it. But who are you in relationship with? And who's your person in relationship with in terms of spiritually? And are you, and that takes, you can't, we know you can't just say a thing and then let it look after itself. You have to actively be involved in your spiritual life together, because otherwise everything goes to shit. But so if this person is, the question is how to get these swords pointing upright together, because you both have the truth. You both have perspective on the truth. But then if you're too stuck in your heads, right? She needs to bring in the water energy of revelation. Again, that water energy is just coming through so strong with that Ace of Cups, but the Scorpio energy. So 8th house in particular, because so many transformations are depending on it in the matrix world, in the 3 dimensions. Okay? I hope I have been, I don't know, at least, yeah, I try to get somewhere meaningful, practical with this. I try, I don't know. What I do is I just try to, if she has something she wants to say, then I try to help her say it. If she doesn't have anything to say about it, then I don't. And so this is my understanding of what she wants to say, is that there are 2 sides, yes. And it's just very detailed work. It's very detailed work, and it requires research. It requires investment. Okay. I feel like I've articulated it for now. I think there's a whole lot to articulate beyond the scope of this reading. Beyond the ability, beyond the, the requirement. Well, not requirement, but, I think beyond the time limit. I think for now, even just to take this to do something about this, to do something about deciding to communicate about this again, because it's probably been a lot of communication about it, a lot of arguing about it, whatever it is. to the point of exhaustion. And so the idea of working on it even more is quite possibly the deterrent in itself. But again, if we come at it through only the left brain, through only cognition, through only logic, and there's no magic, there's no magician. Well, see, yeah, there is. There's a magician here with the Hermit, and of course, High Priestess is always a master magician, but so is Empress for manifesting, right? And again, I'm forgetting that Empress, she's bringing in the Tower. Okay, so don't be mistaken. Okay, final word. Don't be mistaken about this Tower. Don't be mistaken about it. Accept it as the Tower. Accept it as the opportunity. Accept it as her doing her thing to get you both, to give you guys both the chance that you need, that you can't give each other. Okay? Because we have to be at some point dependent on God, on guides. That's the primary relationship. That's the primary relationship. Okay? I'm not, you know, forget the Masons, but yes, that's the primary relationship, is with God. Okay. Okay. Yep. She is Empress. She is Empress is High Priestess manifesting in this world. Yep. High Priestess as High Priestess stays, you know, ethereal, shall we say, in your mind, in your heart, and make sure that you speaks to you through revelations. But when she enters Empress mode, then she's down and dirty, right? Making shit happen. Same with Justice. I put her as Justice, yes? So Libra, I would put her as, Libra needs to know how, the response, the connections between Libra and High Priestess as Justice. And Capricorn with your Saturn, I love Saturn. Saturn is boundaries and fears and calculated risks. And Saturn can say, you go into the fears, you go into these triggers, okay? And that's where you find, again, your tools and your weapons. Yes? And then you start to come out of those fears and then you're creative from that. You're creative from that. So Saturn's just such a marvelous, marvelous, marvelous protective. And I'm tending towards classifying Saturn as High Priestess as well, as female. That's what I'm tending towards. All right, you guys. Much love and thank you for this opportunity, whoever, because this was a very fascinating thing, and I'd like to do more of this. Okay. Back with the signs readings. Much love.